too high. To be honest with you, I haven't looked to see has this been done before. Glyn, I don't get stroppy anymore. That was so last year. But they remove an awful lot of material as well when you want to. And I was just doing a push cut and taking a lot of the material away that way. Nice and dainty. Then I'll put that into what I'm doing, but I do try and be original a lot of the time, and the tools are absolutely awesome, is right. Nice tools on auctions. I got good deals. So there we go. That's what that looks like. That's very pretty. Doesn't have any except it doesn't have any what am I trying to say, scent added to it or smellies. And there we go. Alright, we have got the third blank in the lathe. This was the second vase we turned, and my plan is to turn pretty much the same as this but with a longer neck, so we're going to use most of this blank if we can. And I'm just going to use the calipers. I've already got the calipers set to the bottom of the bud vase width, and that's what we're going to turn this whole cylinder down to start with, using the roughing gouge. Okay, so I have the blank turned down. It's just slightly wider than my calipers are set. My calipers are set to the width of the bottom of this bud vase. The reason why I haven't gone exactly the right size is because obviously I'm going to be shaping this, and by the time I've just took a slight skim off the top of this, rounding this off, we'll be down to the size that I need. And like I said, my plan is to make this one just slightly longer. So that's what we're going to go with. And what I need to do now is I just need to roughly mark where everything is. So we're going to leave ourselves enough to part off on this end. We're going to mark where we start curving into the neck. We're going to mark where the neck starts. And then we're just going to go with the rest from there. I'll take caliper sizes as we go along, just because I want to get it near enough the same but longer, so it all matches in with the final trio of vases. Alright, let's start shaping. Just keep referencing my my other vase. I need to go a lot more rounder. So we're going to go from the center here and just work our way around. And then the same from the center to the bottom. Alright, so now what I can do, because we're kind of getting to the shape, I don't want to go too much. There's a couple of final passes I can do on the base, but we're nearly there. So what I want to do now is I want to take a caliper size of the stem and then use the roughing gouge just to get down to that in the middle, and then kind of blend it all, and then work on our rim at the top, keeping it all the same. So just working with calipers and keeping it all similar. So we have our neck down to the same thickness as this one, or it's just slightly wider, and obviously the middle's further up on this. So now I need to work on this shape here to match in here. So I'm going to use the gouge now just to take out this so that all the angles are matching, and then we'll work our way up and we'll work on the rim of this one. Okay, I think they're pretty close. Okay, we'll take a look at that. That's looking pretty good to me. Now I have got a knot hole on my rim that I didn't notice. So that is going to show. Maybe. Yeah, it is going to show because it goes right through the top of it. But to be honest with you, with all the nicks and the cracks and things like that, I think it's just going to add character to it. As I said with the other two vases, I want it rustic looking anyway. It's a rustic looking project. Okay, so now what I need to do is on both of my other vases, if you remember, I put these little details in the top rims. I'm going to do that with this one, and I'm also going to reduce my rim size down to match this one as well. There we go. So I think we are pretty much the same. We've got that just that tiny little nick out the rim, but I'm really not worried. It adds to the character because it comes down here with all the veins and the cracks. And again, we've got our inclusion in the stem. So I'm just going to clean up just where that transition there isn't quite right, and then run the parting tool down the bottom to take a bit of this waste away, and then we can drill out down the neck. Alright, that's nice. I'm happy with that. Just get the scraper now and run along the outside here, just clean it up a little bit, and we'll call the outside of that done. I've drilled down as far as I can go for now, and I'm just going to get the gouge to the end and hollow out the end like we did with the last two. Okay, we'll have a look at that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I just got to drill a bit deeper inside this, as I did with the other not going all the way down. I just want to go down enough that it will hold whatever dry flowers we put in there. It doesn't have to be super deep. And that's the full depth of the drill bit. I'm going to just glue up these 2 cracks. I'll do that off camera, and then I'll do some sanding. I'll come back to you when it's ready for oiling. Ready for oil again. That is sanded up to 320, just like the other 2. I've fixed the cracks with a little bit of CA, not too much. I didn't want to fill them up. I just wanted to stabilize them. Because like I say, I like all the cracks in it and the inclusions. So let's add a little bit of mineral oil, as we did with the rest. Just brushing it on. Very pretty piece of wood. And there's not much missing out the top of the rim where that knot came out. But again, I really like it. It just adds to the whole character of the piece. I think once the 3 of them are fitted together, I think it'll look nice. Okay, I'll let that soak in, and then I'll come back and part it off. Just a matter of finishing it just here where I've started parting it. And we can call that one done, bar a few more coats of oil. So I shall just part it off now. There we go. Just like that. And just as before, I just sand the little nubbity off the bottom. So we have our large vase. Just gotta have the vial put back in it, like so. That will probably be like so, with the inclusion pointing forward. We have our second vase with the inclusion at the front here. That is going to sit in there somewhere. I'll probably carve a little piece out of the larger one and off the base here and drop it into there just slightly, and then the longer one will go opposite like so and sit in there some way. I might stagger them front to back as well, or bring them both to the front maybe. That might look nice, or both to the back. I'm not sure. I'm going to have a play with it and see what I like. But I like the different heights, the different rims, and the whole wood piece looks kind of cool. I think once it's carved in and settled and nestled in there, like I said before, I might dowel them as well. Put dowels in there because there's plenty of meat inside. None of this is hollow. I could put dowels in and hold them in place as well, and just have them sitting like so. So the next video will be me trying to carve and assemble the finished piece. I might turn a base for it as well, I'm not sure, but at the moment I quite like. That's it for part 2. I'll see you for part 3, where we'll do all the carving and assembling and see if we can kind of construct it how I originally kind of envisioned the whole piece looking. But until then, thank you very much. Please like, share and subscribe if you can, and I'll see you again on part 3. Alright, bye for now guys.